Alright, so hello everyone on YouTube. I am creating this new channel because I decided these crazy dogs right here, these dogs are very interesting and fun, and they need to be, and their craziness needs to be shared with the world. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So I decided to make a YouTube channel, and I don't just have dogs. I'm gonna clarify that right now. I don't know how to swap the video to... Okay, so I don't just have dogs. I have cats too. Yes, I have cats. Like my Serenity, my precious Serenity. You might see some cat videos every now and again, but I mainly, my dogs are a lot more interesting. So I love my cats, but my dogs are very more interesting. Oh, there's also Priscilla. She's a Priscilla. Priscilla Mamilla Godzilla. Yes. Yeah, she loves to be called a Godzilla. I have many other cats that you may or may not be introduced to later on. But yeah. And I want to make this first video to clarify a lot of things about how my animal situation is. So, first off, we have these two dogs over here all day, most of the time, right? And then when it's getting close to night and during the morning, we bring our other dog in and put those two up because, which I'll explain why that is in a second, but we end up having to keep Madison, our third dog, in the garage a lot of time, which we make sure it's cool, nice and cool in there during the summer, and we make sure all the temperature is right and that she has food and water and everything, that she goes outside when she needs to and everything. So even though she's in the garage most of the time, she's well taken care of. Just as well taken care of as our other two dogs, Trampy Boy and Dolly Girl. And the reason why we have to keep Madison in the garage is because at our old house where we lived in, Dolly still does and always has had a dominance issue. Yes, you, Dolly, have a dominance issue. So, she's had a problem like that, and so she kept trying to be dominant over Madison, which she's a way bigger dog. Like, when we first got Madison, Dolly was like grown up a lot more than her, and she was like a baby. So they got along for the longest time, but then Madison got bigger, and Dolly kept getting more nervous and had more of an issue, and kept trying to be dominant, and Madison tried to be submissive for her, to try to get them to just be friends, because she wanted them to stay friends. She didn't want anything to happen. But eventually Madison got sick of it, and they ended up fighting and attacking each other. Madison is big to the point where she could kill Dolly. So we make sure to keep them separate, and while also making sure to keep them taken care of. ever since then, especially when we moved here. We've been making sure Madison gets her time in the house at the night and in the mornings, while these two are in here all the rest of the time. So you'll be seeing videos of not just them two, but also on Madison. You'll see Madison in one of these videos one of these days, right? So that's the situation with our dogs mainly. Excuse me. I also want to point out a lot of their personality traits. The kind of things you'll be seeing in these dogs to clarify and make sure you understand what's going on in these videos, right? Trampy Boy here is a very, very nervous dog. He's very nervous. And he has an issue where he always has to protect me especially, but also my mom and my little brother, who will probably make appearances in these videos as well, but right now they're out doing stuff. My little brother is like 11 years old, I'm 18, and my mom is like in her 40s, to clarify. And yes, I am living with my mother, but I'm gonna explain that situation too, because I'm not no fucking bum. That's for damn sure, and you're gonna fucking understand that. But anyways, either way, these two dogs are really nice. Trampy Boy's a really good dog, but he's also really nervous. Really, really nervous. Yes, he is. He's a really nervous dog. Really, really, really nervous dog. And, he is kind of shy sometimes, you know. But he also, like, when he's sitting in my lap and I'm just petting him, he'll end up doing, like, whimpering and whining. I'll ask him what's wrong. And most of the time when he does that, he either wants something or he's trying to play with me, which is, I know it's kind of weird that he's whimpering and whining, but it's like he's a big old baby. And every time he wants to play, he goes like, and like, trying to get me and stuff. I play with him. We play. Once we're done playing, he calms down. I pet him and everything. We just have fun. And that way, Tramp, we have fun. Yeah, we have fun. My Trampy Boy. So, Dolly over here, she is also sort of a nervous dog, which is also part of her dominance issue. Dolly, we've had her the longest out of all the dogs. And I'm pretty sure she's also an autistic dog. I would know, I'm autistic myself. And my mother is autistic and works with autistic children. And even she said that she has, like, dog mental issues. Right? So, she's very calm most of the time. A lot of the time when I pet her and stuff, she just be growling. That's a Dolly thing. It's a whole thing. Another big thing about Ollie, is that she is, she also, like how Trampy Boy always gives me dog kisses, Dolly rarely gives dog kisses. And when she does, she usually only gives them to males. That sounds weird, and I don't know. She doesn't give dog kisses to Ma, even though she's really Ma's dog and Trampy Boy's my dog, right? Dolly here is mainly Mommy's dog, and this is Daddy's dog, right? Got a whole dynamic there. So, and she doesn't even really give Ma kisses or nothing, so. And she randomly comes up to me sometimes when she's super excited to see me. She sometimes gives me kisses, dog kisses. Isn't that right, Dolly? You do? Yeah. So, yeah, she's a dog. Doing dog things, right? Doing her whole Dolly thing. We also like to call her Dolly Llama. Well, I like to call her that. My Aunt Tracy likes to call her that. Which, you won't be seeing my Aunt Tracy because whenever she comes over, she's not going to be on video. Because she has a lot of issues. So, if she's ever over, she's not going to be on video. But she is mainly a cat lover, but she does love our dogs too. So, whenever she's here, she's mainly trying to get the cat's attention. Which she's not over very often, but she comes over to wash clothes and stuff because their washer doesn't work, and my Aunt Tracy lives with my grandma, and the whole thing. But, yeah. And, yeah, we make sure to keep them well taken care of and everything, despite their many issues. We love them no matter what is going on with them. So, also, let me think. I think oh yeah. A bit of backstory on some of these dogs, right? On specifically Tramp and Dolly. Tramp, I mean, I'll say Dolly first because we've had Dolly longest. Dolly was, we found her online, right? We went and Ma went off when we were living at the old house. I was like 14, 15, maybe 16 when we got her. We were at the old house. Ma went off with her now ex-boyfriend, Jason. I think she went with him to get her, but either way, they went to get her. And yeah, they got her from this one house, and as far as we know, it seemed like she wasn't being treated very well there, which is part of the reason why exactly she has her doggy mental issues, is because of how she was treated at that old house. And I don't know if you heard it, but as I was talking about it, Dolly was sighing over here. Because she doesn't like hearing that stuff, does she? Well, it's okay, darling. You're a good girl. Good girl. So, yeah, that's a whole thing. It's part of the reason why she's like that. And the reason why Tramp is the way he is, we don't know who had him before. We don't know who had him before, but when we were at this house, my mother went to a park with her client because she works in like ABA or whatever with autistic children like me. So she went off to a park with her client and found him in the middle of the park all alone. And at first she tried calling like animal shelter, not animal control. You know, damn well not to call animal control or anything like that. She called like one of the really good, always takes care of the animals, animal shelters, know what I'm saying? The ones that don't really view putting them down as an option in any way or shape or form. Tried to call them, the animal shelter, to come pick him up, right? That did not work. Animal shelter did not show up. And so instead she tried to take him home. She did take him home, I mean, right? And when I first saw Tramp, I was really excited because at the time, Ma was planning on trying to find a way to give Madison away because she felt like we couldn't really take care of her because of everything that's been happening. Though that, as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty damn sure that's been proven wrong the more time passed in this new house, right? And we've been able to take care of Madison pretty well. So I don't think we're going to give her away anytime soon. So, we might one day, but I'm hoping not. Because Madison's been part of the family for longer than Tramp has. But, yeah, when they brought him home, I was thinking, oh, now we got a new dog, right? So I was really excited about that. And so she was still trying to get somebody to come get him or something. I refused to let that happen. I turned him into my dog. He's my Trampy boy now. And since Ma was out at work most of the time, right? A lot of the time during the weekdays, Tramp became more attached to me than anyone else because I gave him all the attention and all the love and made him feel safe and comfortable. And I helped introduce him to Dolly and everything. Trampy Boy also is not good with strangers. So when anyone comes over, he immediately gets protective over us because he's not good with strangers. But there are some neighborhood friends that we have that come over that he's gotten used to. And then there's others that are afraid of him because he's too protective and end up running off anytime they see him, not willing to give him a chance anymore, you know. I tried to introduce him to people. I try to introduce him to people as much as I can to try to get him used to people. Hopefully one day I'll succeed in getting him used to people and getting him to stop being so scaredy and overprotective at some point. Y'all are probably wondering how we got Madison. Well, it was before Tramp, as I've said, and I was over at the old house, as I've also said. But with Madison, we got her from a family friend, if I'm remembering correctly. We got her from a family friend. And we got her when she was a baby puppy. That's basically it. So that's why I kind of told you about them two first, because they've had more extensive histories, especially Tramp. And Tramp has more of an extensive history that we know of because we know more about Tramp a little bit. At least about Tramp's origins. I mean, we know about both of them equally, besides their origins. We don't know At least I don't know. Ma probably knows a lot more about Dolly's origins. Probably could explain it a lot better than I am right now. But either way, that's why I did both of them and said both their origins first, right? And at some point, I'm gonna definitely make a few videos, like between doing videos with them, I'm do some videos on Madison, her crazy self, and yeah, I really want this channel to do well. Besides just wanting to share my dogs with the world, and possibly sometimes my cats. We're also not doing so great. So I did say I was gonna explain why I'm living with my mom. So I'm gonna explain that real quick. Then I'm gonna explain how we're not doing so great. But so what happened is, when I was a teenager, right, when I was a smaller teenager, not a young adult, we were living in Detroit for our old house, right? The Detroit high schools were not so great, and in general, the Detroit schools were not so great. The teachers, for me, even the teachers were evil. Even the teachers were evil. They like pinned me on the ground and stuff. I ended up coming home with bruises all the time from teachers and students. So we had to get me out of normal school and try to do online school. I could not do online school because I could not handle not being able to socialize with people for real and only seeing them on the screen. So after like few months, I ended up giving up on online school. I ended up not being in school and being held back for the longest time until we moved, and I got back into high school when I was 17 and went into one high school. I wasn't being able to do as great there, so I ended up going to another high school, and I got into the special high school that's helped me a lot better with my grades and everything, and I should be able to graduate by the time I'm 19, which I'm 18 now, so pretty quickly, right? And despite all that, I believe I'm still pretty damn intelligent, despite being out of school for a while. I'm still very, very intelligent and been able to keep up on my grades and everything very easily. So that's a good thing, right? And I've been trying to get a job somehow, some way, right? It's not possible at the moment because I can't do online applications. I tried doing online applications before. I could not for the life of me. So I've been trying to get Ma to help me get a job, to help me find places and whatnot. For the past 2 years, pretty sure, ever since I was 16, I've been trying to get her to help me get a job. It's kind of difficult to convince her. She believes I'm not ready for that or something. But I just want to be able to help my family and everything. And that's why I want to get a job. I've been trying to get her to help me get a job. She's got a job, but I feel like there needs to be at least 2 people making income in this house. And I want to try to get a job like Walmart or something. And yes, I know working at Walmart a lot of the time is horrible, but That's why I want to get a job at Walmart, for the experience. It's crazy, ain't it? But yeah. We've been struggling. On top of having a job, Maz had to do Lyft and stuff like that. And we make sure to get food and everything for both us and the animals. We make sure we always have food and water and all that stuff. So we're well taken care of, even though we're struggling to even pay the rent and everything. And we've been doing good. We haven't been doing great. We messed up a few times. It's really hard. But we're surviving, you know. We're poor as hell, but we're surviving. And the only income I really get is a slight part of my Social Security every month, like $20 a month. That's all I get, because she's got to use my Social Security for the rent and everything, which, yeah, I get that. Wish I was able to get a job though, and help out the family with half the income I get from the job, you know. But things don't always work out. Eventually, I'll convince her though to help me out. Eventually. Also, big event tomorrow. Me and Ma and Dexter and a neighborhood kid named Diana, who's my little brother Dexter's friend, is gonna go to church in Groseal. Then we're gonna go to the alpaca farm in Groseal. And then we're gonna go to this ninja park / slip and slide place. That's gonna be really fun. So I'll probably be recording that whole day. I might even do a live. Like, I've never done a live before. I might just do a live for the whole day. Not during church, obviously. That would be stupid. But after church, during when we're heading to the alpaca farm and everything, I'll do that too. And yes, this channel is mainly about my dogs, but might as well show off some of my life in general too, right? But I digress. That's basically it. Just want to tell you everything, explain everything, so you understand everything you see in these videos. So this video is basically just an introduction to my channel, My Crazy Dogs. And also, I'm pansexual. Anyone has a problem with that? Okay. I really don't care. But either way, I'll see you all in my videos, in the comments and everything, liking and subscribing. Slay Queen!